Since I was a little kid, in the box with my toys there was this little console. I played it maybe 3 times, but always it seemed special to me and different than other consoles of that kind. It had different shape, was better built, and it didn't play Tetris like cheap consoles from that time. It was a big mystery to me, as being a kid I wasn't able to find any information about it. There was no box nor instruction. The console was given to me by my father, that got it from his uncle when he was 9, who brought it from abroad. Years later, this console was a precious thing I had in my room, not only an unusual retro gadget, but also a memorabilia of my and my father's childhood. It was Game & Watch type of game made by Konami in early 80s in Japan. In this game you had to be a boy who jumps on the boats. I found out that there were different games from this series as well. I wondered how the box for it looked like. After googling it for a few days, I get to know that there were a few versions of the box. I wanted to be sure which one I had, and I was told that it was the one with the grid. I decided that I will make my own replica of the box for this console. It was harder to find pictures of that one, but after looking at many photos I managed to make my own. The logo was drawn from scratch, grids and the title as well. The text on the back was taken from the photo of a different version of this console. The console on the box itself is a mix of the photo of the console and many photos of the boxes. These are the photos I used. I didn't know the exact size of it, so I measured it by eye, basing it on the photos. The manual was way harder to find. In the internet there were only a few photos of the manual. Finally, I asked Retro8 Brit on YouTube to send me some photos, and he did! Thanks to him, I could assemble my own printable version of the manual. It was the first time in my life I ever seen the manual to this console. I printed the box on a thick paper and the manual on the usual paper. I cut it and glued everything. It turned out very okay, but the box is a little smaller than the original one, and I glued it a bit incorrectly in some place. The original box had the styrofoam molding for the console and the batteries. I tried to cut the styrofoam, but it was a mess, so I decided to make a cardboard one instead, after making a few prototypes. It turned out okay, but I think I will make it one more time in the future, even though I'm proud of myself. It feels like a real box. I think this is the best looking box for this console that exists in our times, at least judging on the photos I've seen. I'm very surprised that this console works almost like new, except that the sound is a little quiet. I will leave all files to print on my Twitter and Facebook page if you would like to make something like this on your own. And this is a bonus comparison with a new version of this console. Though this one is based on the original Nintendo Game & Watch, I don't think there is a modern Konami Gakken game. Thanks for watching.